Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 21 video. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Denver Broncos with the new addition of Patrick Surtain, and I'm also going to be adding Aaron Rodgers on here because this is one of his most likely trade destinations. So I'm also going to be trading away Teddy Bridgewater as well in this rebuild because we don't need Drew Lock, Teddy Bridgewater, and Aaron Rodgers all consuming cap. It's just not necessary. Anyways, I think it was kind of dumb to pass up on Justin Fields for Patrick Surtain. Still a great piece, but at the same time, it wasn't necessary to pick him up. Their secondary was already pretty good. So this is the overlook of the team so far. Now, of course, I will add Aaron Rodgers a little bit later. I'll get into those trades, and I'll have to trade away Teddy Bridgewater. Dude has $30 million in cap room. I'm not going to pay him $30 million in cap room to be a second-string QB, first of all, whenever I'm already going to trade for Aaron Rodgers. But we have Javonte Williams here, who they drafted. I'm only going to keep him with normal. Jerry Jeudy, of course, all these other players. Pretty solid offensive line. It can use some improvement. Defensively, though, look at this secondary. Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons, Patrick Surtain. I'm going to give him superstar development. If you guys don't already know, anytime you download a roster with rookies, new draft rookies, they always come with normal development, so you kind of have to change that to what you feel best. I feel that he does deserve superstar dev. I thought he was the best DB in the class, even though J.C. Horn went up in front of him. But anyways, guys, apart from that, it is time to move into the trades. So I'm trading away a first, and a third for Aaron Rodgers. Just like I did my Packers rebuild, I traded away Aaron Rodgers for a first, and a third. So I'm just making sure it's even on both sides. And I'm pretty sure this should release after my Julio Jones on the Falcons trading thing, blah, blah, blah. So looking into it now, we are trading away Teddy Bridgewater, as you can see on the screen. I know. He got traded away for a 6th-round pick, but I need some value. I just gave up 2 first-round picks and a third. I need some value back, so I'm getting 2 and 2 threes. So this is the overlook of the team after the trades. Aaron Rodgers obviously is here, and I did get rid of Teddy Bridgewater. For those of you guys saying, oh, it was unrealistic to trade away Teddy Bridgewater for that much, I can't live with no first-round picks, no second-round picks, stuff like that. I mean, I do still have a second-round pick, but I needed something from that, and the Washington football team was like the only destination that really needed QB. So let's get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a bye week as we are 3-4 at the midseason. Pretty solid so far. I think we could do better. Second division behind the 6-2 Los Angeles Chargers. Looking into the signings, Kyle Fuller, I do like him. 89 star dev. I would be okay with a 2-year deal, but for right now, I want to see how he regresses by the end of the season. I don't want anyone here. Tim Patrick, I don't have an interest in. I don't need 3 receivers. It's a luxury, but I will only get a 3rd receiver if I can dump their contract. So let's get to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Raiders as we actually missed the playoffs. That's not a good sign. Finishing 8-8. Okay, as long as we weren't the worst team and the Packers didn't get the number 1 overall pick and Jordan Love wins MVP. Oh man, that's a slap in the face to Aaron Rodgers as he finishes 4th for MVP. Oh, wow. I'm just glad we're not the worst team, so that way the Packers don't get a first pick in the draft. So 26th best defense. That is not realistic. Over 4,600 yards. Great season overall. 7 TDs for Melvin Gordon. Solid. Jerry Jeudy, 9 TDs, 1,200 yards was great. Noah Fant, 11 TDs, almost 1,000 yards was great. Defensively, Alexander Johnson was pretty good, 113 tackles, 12 tackles for a loss for Bradley Chubb, 6.5 sacks for Bradley Chubb. We should be getting more. Why does Von Miller have 4 interceptions? He's a pass rusher. 0 safeties, and defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I would say that it is time to move into the offseason and free agency. Here we are in the offseason as the Cleveland Browns, of course, win the Super Bowl against the Los Angeles Rams. Jordan Love wins MVP and Offensive Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year, even though he's not technically a rookie anymore. That was kind of a glitch. Still, looking into it, we have the AFC West here, and I don't need to re-sign those players there. I don't need to re-sign them. I mean, they retired. I don't know what I'm saying. Ooh. Sorry about that. Kyle Fuller, I do like him. He only regressed 2 overalls. I would sign him on a 2-year deal, but not for that contract. I think I could maybe steal him in free agency for a little bit cheaper. Also, we have 3 great DBs. We already have 4 great DBs, including Kyle Fuller. Jerry Jeudy now has Superstar X Factor. He came with Superstar with his rookie ability, so that is awesome to see. I would change his abilities. Any other dev ups here? And no, I don't see any. Defensively, we have a great depth at defensive back. I don't see why we need Kyle Fuller anyways. Bradley Chubb is now a superstar development with 12 tackles for a loss and 6.5 sacks, which was a solid season. I don't see why he should get superstar for it. So here we are in free agency, as we don't have that much money. We have like $9 million. I thought we would have a lot more, but that's my bad. Let's get to the draft. Here we're in the draft, picking up a center, 75 overall, normal development, picking up some offense for Aaron Rodgers, something he isn't really used to. Packers usually get defense. So here we are after the team, and usually the Packers draft defense. I'm pretty sure the Packers have only drafted one offensive player since 2012. I believe I read that stat somewhere, and that one offensive player is Jordan Love. So not really that useful to him. So what is this dude's contract? Yeah, okay. $12 million a year to keep this dude on the team to be a second string right guard. Yeah, no thanks. I don't care if it's going to cost me a dead cap. It'll be better for the future. He's off the team. And I don't care if you guys consider that unrealistic. I'm not going to pay a second string. How is that not realistic in general? I'm not going to pay a second string right guard $14 million a year over the next 3 years. Yeah, no thanks. So looking into it, we also have Patrick Surtain, who I'm going to start because he is superstar dev, as I gave it to him in the beginning, and everyone else here. I need to improve middle linebackers. Hopefully we can do that in free agency later. So anyways, guys, other than that, I would say that it's time to get into the midseason mark if I can actually get to the screen. So here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Ravens, as we are 4-3 this time. Third in the division, though, very highly contested division, as the Raiders are on top of the division. Von Miller here, 93 overall, superstar X Factor. I don't care how far he regresses, just don't retire, please. And he resigns with the team. Cortland Sutton, I would like back as well, 91 overall, star dev. My personal opinion, I think he should have superstar dev. I know he got injured, but I still think he's very underrated. Melvin Gordon, I think he's pretty solid in sim, but he's going to start regressing. So maybe I can pick up a Kareem Hunt in free agency. That'd definitely be useful. So anyways, guys, let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the New York Giants, as we finished 11-5 here to face the 9-7 division rivals, the Kansas City Chiefs. Top of the division above the 9-7 Kansas City Chiefs. Aaron Rodgers was a stud. That's MVP for sure. Yep, there it is, as he is above Jordan Love, who is at number 5 for MVP. That's a way to come back and get revenge. So Aaron Rodgers, absolute stud, second best offense in the NFL, fifth best defense in the NFL as well. And Aaron Rodgers, 4,900 yards, 43 TDs, 13 interceptions. Melvin Gordon, I'd like more touchdowns from him. Receiving wise, Jerry Jeudy, 1,200 yards, 17 TDs. Noah Fant, 16 TDs, 1,200 yards. Amazing. KJ Hamler, 1,000 yards, 10 TDs. Amazing for someone of his overall. Amazing in general. Von Miller, 99 tackles. Tackles for a loss is going to be 13 for Shelby Harris. Sacks on team, 11 for Bradley Chubb and 10 for Von Miller. Interceptions on the team is going to be 3 for Patrick Surtain. Safeties on the team will be 2 for Jamar Johnson. The free safety got 2 interceptions. That was the second string free safety that got 2 safeties. Okay, that's cool, I guess. He was behind Justin Simmons. I don't know why Justin Simmons isn't starting. But we're going to simulate this wildcard round to see if we can beat the Chiefs in simulation. And we can, okay. Winning 31-21. I mean, we were 11-5, now we're 9-7. Kind of expected that. We have some players to upgrade. So let's see if we can beat the New England Patriots to move on to the conference championship, or the AFC conference championship, against the New England Patriots. And if you guys are new to the channel and have made it this far, make sure you like and or subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it if you did. But we do beat the Patriots, here to face the Tennessee Titans, who are 13-3. So let's hop in. Oh my gosh, no, I did not mean to do that. I wanted to hop into the game. I accidentally simulated. Oh, I clicked and we lost. No, I wanted to hop into the game. Let's get to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason, as the Tennessee Titans beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. That could have been us. It could have been the Broncos and the Packers in the Super Bowl. That would have been so iconic, dude. Would have been so great to see. So anyways, let's look into the retirements. I hate myself for doing that, but let's look into the retirements. Like I said before, why am I blanking? AFC West, the Chargers, so that would be us. One Charger player did retire. Let's see if we have anyone important to resign. Don't want to resign Callahan or Melvin Gordon. So yeah, I don't need any of those players. Let's look into the Broncos roster now, and looking into it, Rodgers is here, and yeah, that's kind of about it. Offensively, we look the same, and defensively, we look the exact same. Really unfortunate that has happened. How did Noah Fant not get superstar dev, though, is my question. How does a tight end get 1,200 yards, 16 TDs, and not get superstar? How does any receiver in general not go up in development after that kind of a season? That makes no sense. I'm kind of tempted just to give it to him, but I don't want to cheat the system. So anyways, let's get to free agency. Here we are in free agency, picking up Fred Warner, 97 overall, superstar development. Definitely needed linebacker. And Mike McGlinchey, a right tackle, as that completes our offensive line. So let's just move into the draft. And after the draft, we didn't really have anything important. I mean, there was a couple players that I noted, but they weren't really that good. We didn't really have a first-round pick for this year and the last year. So, yeah, that's kind of about it with the team. We kind of got some, like, depth players. I think we got a defensive tackle round 1. Not round 1, round 2. It wasn't really that important. So, anyways, let's get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the New England Patriots as we are on our bye week. And looking into it, we are, top of the division, 4-4. Nice to see. Just above the Raiders. Not really a contested division, but at least we're on top. Justin Simmons, 91 overall, star development. Of course, I want him back. That's going to be a big contract as he resigns. A big contract for a safety, but definitely well worth it. Bradley Chubb has a massive contract here. Holy crap. And he resigns with the team. I'm glad I got him back. Ronald Darby, even though he's 28, he still will be above an 80 overall, or at least an 80 overall by the end of the rebuild, which is a solid piece. I'll resign him, and he was relatively cheap. If he wanted more than like $8 million a year, I would never resign him, but he didn't ask for that. Dalton Reiser, I'm resigning too. He's pretty good. Jawan James, I don't need anymore. I already drafted his replacements. Well, I already picked up his replacement in free agency with Mike McGlinchey. So anyways, guys, time to get to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Raiders as we are 11-5 here to face the 10-6 New England Patriots as we beat them in the divisional last year. Second division behind the 11-5 Kansas City Chiefs. Aaron Rodgers was great. Show me a back-to-back MVP. Come on, show it to me. No, second behind Patrick Mahomes, aka the guy that stole the division and stole MVP from us. Fifth best offense in the NFL, and defensively 18th best defense. Doesn't make any sense. Aaron Rodgers, 4,800 yards, 46 TDs, 13 interceptions. Our rookie running back was about the same as Melvin Gordon. Jerry Jeudy, 11 TDs, 1,500 yards. Cortland Sutton did amazing as well with 13 TDs. Amazing receiving core and receivers with the quarterback. 119 tackles for Fred Warner. Tackles for a loss, 11 for Fred Warner as well. Sacks on the team, 10 for Von Miller, which is great to see. Interceptions is going to be 3 for Will Parks, the strong safety. And safeties on the team is going to be 1 for Bradley Chubb, who's having a great season, and defensive touchdowns is 0. I only think Bradley Chubb got one of the top stats, which was safety, so I don't know if he really had a great season. So let's see if we can beat the Patriots in the wild card to move on to the divisional. And yes, we can. We're here to face the Titans. We always lose in the divisional. It's very rare for us to win. In the divisional, we always seem to win the wild card, then lose the divisional immediately after. Yep, that's how it is. We just lost to the Titans back-to-back seasons. That sucks. So anyways, guys, it is time to move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Cleveland Browns, of course, win the Super Bowl, and the Packers are in there again. Is that their third time in there, or is that the second time they're in there in just this rebuild? So, dang. That sucks for the Packers, dude. I think that they just had back-to-back Super Bowl losses, but I think that might have been the third time they were there. I forgot who was in the first one. I think it was the Browns and the Rams, if I wasn't mistaken. But still, it sucks for the Packers. I don't really care about them anymore. We have Aaron Rodgers now. So let's look into the team to see if we have any development upgrades. And looking into it, yeah, it looks like Larry Gothard now has superstar dev. No, he already had superstar dev. No way he got upgraded to that with that kind of a season. Jerry Jeudy's a 99 overall. By the way, looking into it defensively, I don't see any upgrades, unfortunately. Wait, Will Parks actually has star dev now. That's kind of useful. He's only 77 and he's already regressing. So I kind of want a different strong safety if I can pick that up in free agency. So let's just get into free agency. So here we are after free agency, picking up Matthew Ioannidis, 86 overall, star dev on a really cheap deal. Cole Holcomb and Carl Willis at strong safety, slightly better than Will Parks. So let's just move into the draft. So in the draft, we picked an absolute bust, 70 overall, normal dev. It doesn't really matter. I shouldn't even mention him. I might mention him. I don't know. I may put this in the video. So here we are with the overlook of the team after the draft. And offensively, we look great. And defensively, the only problem I see on us are the defensive ends and maybe the strong safety. But other than that, this team honestly looks really, really good. And I wouldn't be too surprised if we lost in simulation because you need studs to win simulation, apparently. So here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Dolphins as we are 3-4. Yikes! Here to face the 6-1 New England Patriots, and we are third in the division behind the Raiders and the Chiefs. The Chargers are on the bottom, obviously. We don't need to re-sign anybody here because just like every season in the final season, I don't need to re-sign anybody. So, anyways, guys, let's get to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the New York Jets as we're 11-5 here to face the Titans once again. We'll probably lose them in the wild card because we keep losing to the Titans. Rodgers, had a pretty good season, honestly. And is that MVP once again? I don't think so. It is. Never mind. Okay, 37 touchdowns apparently gets you MVP. Usually I would think you have to be in the 40s for touchdowns, but okay. 5th best offense, 11th best defense. Aaron Rodgers, 2 MVPs, league MVPs. Always has been in the running all 4 years in this rebuild so far. Larry was solid. Noah Fant was pretty good. Jerry Jeudy was pretty solid as well. Defensively, Fred Warner with 116 tackles. Tackles for a loss is going to be 13 for Von Miller. Sacks on the team is going to be 9 for Bradley Chubb. Interceptions, 2 for Cole Holcomb. I would like more interceptions than that. Safeties on the team would be 0, and defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 0. So anyways, guys, other than that, please let simulation slide by in the wild card again. I don't want to lose to the Titans 3 times in a row, and that's how we end off the series. That would really, really suck. So let's see if we can beat them. We can. You're going to face the Cleveland Browns. Oh, this is going to piss me off. I usually don't play in the divisionals. Usually in the last season I will, but I'll just simulate it anyways. Please, 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 please. I just need to be. Yes! Finally! Let's go! 11-5 here to face the 12-4 Patriots. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made last time. Let's jump into the game. So here we are against the Patriots, as I tried to go for 2 there. Didn't really work out. I had to hop in on like the last 2 minutes of this game. I only played like 4 plays, so don't get mad in the comments that I didn't quote-unquote let simulation play it out, but we win. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the 7-9. Not 9-7, 7-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. God, I love simulation. This game is flawless, absolutely perfect. So let's look into the team here, as we are amazing offensively and defensively. Offensively, we look the exact same. Cortland Sutton's now a 99 overall with morale, and defensively, looking onto it, we don't have any upgrades again. That's actually really surprising. I thought we would at least get 1 upgrade maybe for all the MVPs that Aaron Rodgers gets, but let's get into the Super Bowl. So here we are in the Super Bowl. I haven't touched simulation 1 time yet. It is 13-17, now 13-24. Let's see if Tom Brady can pull off a comeback, 19-24. How did we not score a touchdown on that drive? We were so close to the end zone. In the fourth quarter here, 24-19. It's been a stalemate all throughout the fourth quarter, and we're going to win it. Let's go. Successful rebuild. And oh, that's Kyle Trask. That's not Tom Brady. So really surprised that he got here, but okay, let's get to the MVP. Your Super Bowl MVP is going to be our running back, Larry. 17 carries, 150 yards, 1 TD, 91 was his longest carry. That was definitely a well-deserved Super Bowl MVP from my man Larry there. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this rebuild. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Definitely a successful rebuild. Patrick Surtain got up to a very high overall with the superstar development, and I think overall he did solid. I don't think he was anything like a top 10 spectacular pick, but he was overall a solid piece for this team, and we did win the Super Bowl with him. So that does make this a successful rebuild, unlike my last rebuild, I believe, or maybe the one before that. I don't really know, but overall, pretty fun. I'm going to be doing 1 more rebuild after this, and then I think I'll be done with that and get back into Wheel of Franchise. So anyways, guys, I'll see you guys all in the next one.